Hey beautiful souls, David Essery here, and a happy February to you. I wanted to share a video today, as I always do at the beginning of the month, just to share a channeled message from the Masters, with an idea of the energies for the month ahead. This time when the incredible Merlin has stepped through. I'm very pleased to be able to share his message with you now. This is what he had to say. Beloved souls, great blessings I call down upon you, as the Great Mother prepares for the changing of the seasons, both physically and energetically. All of the souls of Earth are beginning to step out of their hibernation since the Great Solstice Gateway. It has been a period of cleaning out, shall we say, as your reality draws out all that burdens you to the surface, offering opportunity for transformation. This has been an important step in preparation for the newest phase to begin. For as you step forward into this abundant energy, you shall no longer wish to carry this density with you. This period still continues, but it has begun a gentle winding down, which comes into alignment with the growth of new buds, preparing to spread their seed out into the world, to share their beauty and gifts with all those who pay attention. This is to be a period of rapid growth that sees acceleration at every level. Take this time to prepare your thoughts, to align with what you seek and release all that opposes it. As you move out of the density of this sleeping period, prepare to take action, for a time is fast approaching where all things are possible, should you be willing to take the leap. Use this time wisely, my beloved. Accept the current circumstances as a gift of release and prepare your stance for the opportunities that lay ahead. Yours in loving wisdom, Merlin. Thank you, Merlin, for that message. This is really interesting, really, as it echoes the period that we are very much moving into now, at least here in the Northern Hemisphere. We're just beginning our preparations to grow into spring. Of course, it was in bulk just a few days ago, and we're just starting to see new growth in the world around us. Of course, as I know it's a little bit different in the Southern Hemisphere, but I always feel like regardless, new year, new energy, and it grows for all of us. And this is where Merlin kicks things off. He says, great blessings I call down upon you as the Great Mother prepares for the changing of the seasons, both physically and energetically. And that is it, that energetic echoing really of this, whether it doesn't matter where you are in the world, we are in this new energy. He says all the souls of the earth are beginning to step out of their hibernation since the Great Solstice Gateway. And this is something that I've actually been very much feeling throughout January, and actually I was kind of expecting at the end of last year. So it's really interesting to hear him echo this, that there would just be this short period that's essentially like a holding period. We're in a holding pattern, not quite in the last year and not quite in the new year, where we're just... This image is coming to my mind as I'm speaking here, where almost like we are surrounded by bungee cords which are connecting us back into the energy of the old year, and as we're trying to step forward, it's just tugging us back and holding us still in place. And right now where we are, we're just standing here with a knife and we're just cutting away all of this old stuff, all of the density of the old reality that we knew it, that's holding us back, cutting it away so that we can shoot forward into the new year, into the new energy. He says that it's been a period of cleaning out, shall we say, as your reality draws out all that burdens you to the surface, offering opportunity for transformation. I don't know about you guys, but this has been one of the most intense periods of my life since the beginning of the new year. I've been so busy, so rushed off my feet, and not so much even with work and this stuff, just life, things that needed doing. It's just been taking up all of my time. But with it, it's been quite an intense roller coaster of energy and emotions, and I can totally feel that drawing up to the surface that Merlin's speaking of. And from chatting to you guys in a few of my workshops, I know that a lot of you have been feeling that intensity in this new year. So, if you have been, just know that this has been very much a part of the process, and it's a clearing out in preparation for what is to come. And he says that this has been an important step in preparation for the newest phase to begin. For as you step forward into this abundant energy, you shall no longer wish to carry this density with you. The masters have been talking a lot since the solstice, really, how about the world has changed, and it's important to recognize that and to see the world and see the opportunities that we have in front of us, because if we continue to see the world the way it was, that's exactly what we'll experience. And that's very much what this letting go of is a part of. It's releasing those energies from the past, cutting those bungee cords, as I was saying, that might draw us back to that old way of thinking and feeling, so that we can be much lighter as we move forward, stepping out without this density. He says this period still continues, but it's begun a gentle winding down, which comes into alignment with the growth of new buds. So this, this clearing out period, as he says, is coming to an end now. We're just starting to wind down. And as it does so, we're just moving into this new energy with the growth of new buds. He says, preparing to spread their seed out into the world, to share their beauty and gifts with all those who pay attention. And this is a really, really beautiful metaphor, I think, because he's not actually so much talking about spring and life here. He's talking about us. We are the new buds, preparing to spread our seed out into the world, to share our beauty and gifts with all those who pay attention. Because that's very much the energy for this year. It's about us stepping forward into our master selves and beginning to do what it is that we are meant to be doing, taking that leap forward. And that's our seed, our light, who we are. That's what we're spreading out into the world. I love how he kind of mirrors that with the actual time of year for us here. He says this is to be a period of rapid growth that sees acceleration at every level. Take this time to prepare your thoughts, he says, to align with what you seek and release all that opposes it. So this is where we are right now. We're coming out of that clearing out phase, and we're just before we start building up into this new energy, we have this opportunity to really take stock of where we are and where we want to go, and to really plan for that and set our focus so that as the energy does shift, we can really push forward at high speed. So take this time to really focus on what it is that you want this year. And really set your intent for that and your goals for that, and recognize within you what is going to hold you back from doing that. How can you prepare to overcome that? What can you release energetically, emotionally, so that you can step forward without that density? He says as you move out of the density of this sleeping period, prepare to take action, for a time is fast approaching where all things are possible, should you be willing to take the leap. This is that abundant energy that he's talking about that's really going to give us great opportunity to create what it is that we wish to create. So again, just being prepared to take that. And it's interesting, he refers to the sleeping period. He talked about it as a hibernation at the beginning. This is typically when we talk about animals going to hibernation and sleeping for a long, long period as the energy changes. I don't think any of us will feel like we've been sleeping through this period. It's been very, very intense for many of us. But it is that almost like that holding pattern, that sleeping, as in we have been between two phases and we haven't been making that real forward momentum. Perhaps we've held our ground in order to clear, and that's what he's kind of referring to as the hibernation or the sleeping. And of course, he's referring to taking a leap. That will be stepping into our master selves, as we talked a moment ago. That so often comes with a leap, which I've talked about in recent videos here on the channel. He ends it saying, use this time wisely, my beloved. Accept the current circumstances as a gift of release and prepare your stance for the opportunities that lay ahead. And this is such an important thing, you know, we can choose to see the circumstances as we are in as really hard and challenging, and we can choose to be exhausted by them and stuff, or we can change our perspective. We can see it as a gift, as he is saying. Be grateful for the opportunity to let go of all of this stuff and see the opportunity that it creates for us as we move forward. And he ends it, prepare your stance for the opportunities that lay ahead. And as this was coming through to me, I saw this image of like a sprinter at the starting blocks, you know, like ready. That's where we want to be right now. We want to be in the starting blocks and ready to really make that move, make that dash ahead as soon as the energy shifts. And that's where the preparations come into play. So there you go, there is Merlin's message for the month ahead. I really hope that's helpful to you and gets you just thinking about what it is that is just round the corner. Here at New Moon Art, we have a very busy and exciting month ahead of us. Of course, just a couple of days from now, on the 6th of February, is my workshop, Aligning with Universal Support, where we're going to be working to dissolve blocks to calling in support from God, the angels, the universe, however you want to call it, so that we can then really align ourselves with a support team who will stand by our sides through the ups and downs of life, so that we can be fully supported and nurtured in all that we do. It's going to be a really beautiful experience. Coming up on the 15th, I'm very excited to say that my wife Leanne and I are going to be running a Q&A live on Zoom. It's just an opportunity just to hang out with you guys, really, and for you to get to ask us anything that may have been on your mind, whatever it is that you're going through right now that perhaps you need some help with, maybe that you're not understanding or that you just want a different perspective on. Just be an opportunity for us to have a good chat, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to be doing that live on Zoom, but you can book your place through my website. And then coming up on the 20th, I'm really excited to say Archangel Zadkiel has stepped forward with an opportunity for a massive global clearing. He's identified that many of the souls of Earth are really struggling with this process and have become kind of overwhelmed by fear, and we see this massively in the collective right now, and it's completely understandable under the circumstances. But he's offering an incredible opportunity for a global clearing to release that, so that all of the people can step back into their true heart space and we can really push forward as one people once again. Along with this as well, he's also offering a deep personal clearing so that we can release those things that may hold us back from stepping forward as we wish to in the coming months and year. It's going to be a really beautiful experience. And then finally, rounding off at the end of the month, I'm going to be doing something that I've wanted to do for a really long time. Many of you may know and may have done the free 15 chakra workshop that I've got advertised on my website. Perhaps you even took part when I hosted it live a number of years ago. And this was a workshop where we ran through basically a complete activation and purification of the 15 chakra column. But it was recorded a long time ago now, and it was in my old flat where I didn't really have my own space. I had a terrible microphone, even worse camera, and the lighting was terrible, and I just don't think it's very reflective of what I'm doing now. And of course the energy has massively shifted, and we're working with these chakras as 6th dimensional frequency now. So for ages I've wanted to redo this workshop, just to update it and refresh it. And that's what I'm going to be doing at the end of the month. Again, of course, it's going to be completely free. I'm doing it kind of in place of my Lightworker Ascension gathering this month. There will also be a recording available of that as well. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to include the link in the description for my events page on my website, which has all the information about all of this stuff on it. So you're welcome to come check it out, sign up for what you want to, sign up for all of it if you want to. And yeah, we can't wait to share this stuff with you. It's a really exciting month coming up. Thank you so much for watching. If you've enjoyed this, please do like and subscribe. I share regular channel messages, meditations, all sorts of stuff, and we'd absolutely love to have you as a part of our community. Sending you so much love from my heart to yours. Bye bye.